Ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra.
So ready to hear you. As Adnan is doing his thing, I'm just going to talk to the chat here. What's up, Easty0303? Wow. Isabella, how are you doing? So ready to hear you guys take after this trailer. We have some takes.
Yes.
Before
About
we
the
even
game.
get into it,
About the game we've known for a very long time.
Yes. Interested to hear your takes. So I watched the trailer. Hey, Kevin, what's up, Wizard King? So before we get into it, just to gauge where I am as we talk about this, I'm above average. I'm definitely not down on this. I think it's fun. I think it's the context of double exposure that kind of spoils it a little bit. But in all actuality, I'm looking at this as just a standalone game, right? This is just a game I'm going to be playing because I'm forced to, because Adnan has trapped me into this podcast. I'm above average, I'd say, for sure.
Just about, aren't you?
I think so, and we'll talk about it some more. Hi guys, something.
Shout out to the chat. Love you all.
Yes.
I hope you're doing well, Kevin Kestis, as well.
Yes. Hope you're doing wonderful. Someone says, I'm going to say Nahul. Hi guys, something not convinced me is like the odd maybe the animations. I don't know. Well, it does say like in the trailer that's it is an in build. Like it's currently being built. It's not the final product, so they still have some things to work out in the kinks. I have some kinks to work out. But yeah. We are completely cooked, says Yellow Flash. So, yeah. I mean, we'll talk about it some more. I don't know regarding clothes design. We'll talk about that. There's a collector's edition?
Yes.
Oh wait, where? On the site?
Store.
Let me just reload the page because last time. Oh, there we go. I was looking for it. The collector's edition. I had to put in my birthday. Chat, when's my birthday? Do you remember?
Oh my god, there's 40 people. What is everyone doing here? Why are you all here?
Chat, when's my birthday? Tell me.
Jesus, there's everyone here. Did not realize I expect that.
First one to tell me my birthday gets a little kiss on the forehead.
This stream gets to 6 million views. I'll tell you everything I know about Life is Strange.
Yeah, if we get to 6 million, we'll spill all the beans. Hey, Ashlyn gets a little kiss on the forehead. Please don't tell HR. HR does not approve kisses on the forehead. For PS5, it's going for. Okay, collector's edition, the standard. Gotcha. Collector's edition is $100. For what are you gonna get? I'm on Square Enix site. Can I share the page? Is it? Oh, no way. Is it?
I can't see.
I'm gonna share my screen. Okay.
Damn.
Sharing my screen now. We can zoom in on that.
Let's have a look. Yeah, you are. Okay. There you are. Oh wow, I don't have that. Okay,
so we're gonna get a rewind felt slip mat. That's for vinyl. If you don't know, like you put it onto your vinyl disc tray. So I actually, you know what? I do like that. I like my slip mat right now. But I like that a lot.
Just for the chat as well. Me and Adam are going to sit down the weekend. We'll probably do like an extensive deep dive into all the different things. I think this is just kind of an immediate podcast episode with everyone here. So just bear with us. I think it's going to be quite deconstructed amid all the other things.
Hold on. Why are they calling it guitar plectrums? So are we saying that I've been playing this guitar, not with a guitar pick, but with a plectrum?
You've been playing it with something.
Really? God, dude. So we're gonna get some customizable plectrums, right? And then we also get The vinyl, of course, it's a 12-incher, just like me. Double-sided drugstore makeup poster, so that's cool. And then the collector's goods box. Does it come with the game though? That's the real question.
It won't be on there.
Okay. Description. Product details. Collector's edition.
Where is this for the UK? I'm so weird about this.
There it is, right there. Purchase standalone without a copy of the game. So you get all these. You get the guitar, plectrums.
If you have any questions, chat as well, feel free to leave them whilst we're trying to sort everything out. As you can probably see, it's quite crazy.
Yeah. So what are we thinking? Y'all? Are we gonna get the guitar plectrums? Are we gonna get the guitar plectrums for $100? Say it in the chat.
There's some crazy things here.
Read it again, Adam. Okay, I'm gonna read it again.
Yeah, read it again, you douchebag.
So, three times. So 3 of them. Custom double-sided guitar plectrums. What am I reading wrong here? Plectrums. Am I stupid? I could be stupid. 6 unique designs.
Yes, you can order it from here. Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's £105.
Chat, am I stupid for calling them plectrums? Chat, please just embrace me as a human being, because
watching this is crazy.
Oh, what's up, man? How do you like that burp in your mouth? In your ears. So yeah, by the way, Squire, great construction. I don't know. I like a good Squire every now and again. So, but I don't know. This is a good guitar. So,
apologies if my quality is not very good. I don't know what's going on there at the moment. Let's see if we can close any tabs. Close that down.
Creatively bankrupt, Kaylin says. So yeah, we are going to be talking. We're just having everybody come in, and then we're going to be talking a little bit more about this trailer. We're going to break it down for you. We're going over the collector's edition. So, playing some incense.
There's a lot of people.
But yeah.
Here.
Wait, it says the soft bundle with a boxed copy. Hold on a second. What is Alice saying? Wait, it says collector's edition is sold as a soft bundle with a boxed copy of Life is Strange Reunion for PS5 or PC stream players. The collector box can also be. Okay, so are we getting the game or not with the collector's
No,
edition?
there won't be a game with it. There wasn't one. The other one. They've taken that out now. It's the new go-to thing, isn't it? For
I know, but I'm like,
I'm
gonna read this. I'm reading it again because somebody's saying that we are going to get it. Collector's edition. Collector's edition is sold as a soft bundle with a copy. Okay, for Steam players. Okay, that's what KJO was telling me. This for PC Steam players, the collector's box can also be purchased with a standalone item. But the collector's edition is sold as a soft bundle with a boxed copy of Life is Strange Reunion. So for PS5, yeah. So we are going to get a boxed copy of the game with this collector's edition. I just want to be sure, like 100% sure. Like if I'm going to drop 100 pounds, that we are going to get the game with it, because it's not a bad deal. I would love to get some plectrums for $100. You know what I mean? I don't have enough plectrums in my life. In fact, there's a small little box of plectrums right there on my shelf right there. Ashton writes in and says, do they announce about the soundtrack? How is work?
Later.
Yeah. So they will announce it later. But yeah, so I think based off of that, the collector's edition is sold as a soft bundle. But double-sided makeover. Box sleeve with exclusive artwork. Collector's edition and a softball with a boxed copy of. I think we are going to get the game with the collector's edition because there's nothing really specifying on the page.
No, if it's not specified, they won't include it. There was none with the double exposure one. They took it out, it called it collector's box, and then they changed it to the other name afterwards.
Okay.
They don't put them in anymore unless it's like very few examples. Like usually it's a digital code, but they don't put the disc in. And if you can't see it front and center, it means it's not going to be in there. I'll have a look at it in a moment. I'm just quickly grabbing it before it goes.
Yes, please do, because I think from what I'm reading, I think we are going to get the game. Why won't my incense light? I'm trying to do some witchcraft here, and I need to have my incense.
Where is that? I'm going to have a quick look at this.
Or my witchcraft.
2 seconds, guys, and we'll be with you. Oh, there's 91 people. It's crazy. So many people in the chat.
How you doing? If you're not subscribed to Play One for This World, hit that subscribe, click that like button, ring the bell. Buddy, if you ring the bell, you'll be ringing my bell. If you know what I'm saying.
Damn.
I know, really? Wizard King Kevin says, I miss Ashley Birch. We all do.
Oh, yes.
5 a heel says collector edition is $100 with game and $60 without.
No way, is that crazy?
CE with the game and $60 without.
I just ordered
okay. Yeah. So the collector's edition without the game will be $60, but with the game it will be $100. That's what I'm reading for like Steam players.
Right. Let's have a look at this. The collector's edition is sold as a soft bundle with a box copy of Life is Strange Reunion for PS5, Xbox X, or a code in a box copy of the game to redeem on PC. So there is a box copy in there.
Yeah. So
that's interesting. They didn't do it last time. Surprised by that.
That's what I mean. For £100, I guess I'm talking to you too much. For $100 for that collection edition, I might drop that.
I've just dropped it
because you did.
Oh god, that was good. That yes. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining us. We will get into this as well, and we'll answer any questions and stuff. I look forward to you all wondering what has happened with this game. I've been thinking that since 2024 when I found out about it. Yes. As well. I've been painful doing these podcasts without saying anything.
Demetrio23 says on Nintendo Switch ? Not yet. I imagine within 5 months.
The last one on Switch. The last one was it by Engine Software, the Dutch port. Know, maybe Switch 2. Maybe it can hold up its fidelity now. Maybe. I think they'll port that later down the line.
Adam apparently Vlash Drum says Adam apparently burnt Kaladin. I saw that burning stick. Oh yeah, because I'm burning incense. So yeah, I did burn down Kaladin. I did. Me personally. Standard edition is cheaper than Brett Mackey says standard edition is cheaper than double exposure standard edition, which is interesting. I noticed that too. I thought I was wrong. But the standard edition is cheaper. It's only $40 for the standard edition.
We need to get this game out, guys. That's why. If you're wondering as well, this is the in the collector's edition. So if you look here in the collector's edition, you have this artwork that's in here of Max and Chloe, which is by this artist who Sam Bradley follows, and also Luke, and also Kid Katana.
Very cool. Oh, very neat.
Which is quite cool.
Yeah.
So, hey, there you go.
Look at that. Yeah, so it's going to be hard for me personally to get the collector's edition because not because I don't want it. Somehow, some way, I'm moving again. I don't want it mailed to the wrong address
every time.
I know. So like I'm gonna have to figure that out before I order it. I gotta figure this out because I will be in between houses when this drops. So it might ship and then come to this old house, or like I'll ship it, but I don't have my new address. I don't know.
I just got Pricefield Punk says, "Oh, it's the artist who did this cyberpunk music video."
Oh, whoa, that's cool. Yeah, so I don't know. So far, like the collector's edition, not a bad trade-off. I mean, like we're also. Did you notice?
Do you know?
Did you notice what we're gonna? I was gonna ask you. Did you notice what we're gonna get in the deluxe edition?
No.
There is a behind-the-scenes documentary
in
the deluxe edition. There's a behind-the-scenes. So I'm sure.
Do you know what?
When this game drops.
Yeah, behind the scenes documentary. Imagine them just like grabbing Jonathan Zimmerman by the collar and throwing him out the like. But what is it though? What's the actual behind the documentary? Oh, this person gets laid off.
That's what I was thinking.
You're done. See you later.
For those who don't know, and the 85 people in the chat, for those who don't know and have not been watching StrangeCast, there were a lot of layoffs. Okay, there were a lot of layoffs at Deck 9. I'm going to say close to 60% of the staff has just been laid off over and over and over again. In fact, they shouted out John Zimmerman in the trailer. They're saying like, "Oh, John Zimmerman, he's back. He's writing this game again." John Zimmerman was he laid off or did he leave?
Well, he's not explicitly said how he left. He left very quietly until I saw him. Then I was like, "Hello," like.
Yeah,
I'll leave. So I'll let Jonathan Zimmerman establish how he left. We'll leave that to him.
Yes. So we don't know if he was part of the layoffs or if he left, but he's not with the studio anymore.
No, he's not.
So like, oh, he's back to writing. Like, well, he's not even at the studio anymore.
This is this team that I had built for this project, which I had listed.
To quickly answer, flashcard 8059. In the FAQ, the official site, they're saying it's not episodic. Is this true? Number one, if it's in the FAQ of the official site, then yes. And number two, true colors and double exposure were not episodic. So I'm going to say, yeah, that's pretty true.
This is what I have currently in mind.
Okay, so for the current layoffs.
No, for the production. No, not for the layoff. For the production of this team that I think the main key figures.
Yes,
that will make up this team.
Why do you have Stephen Frost in there?
Because whilst Frost doesn't want to make Life is Strange, they will have him in an executive role because he is a creative director at Deck 9, and people very miscue what for Stephen Frost's role is at the studio. And in this position as well, he would basically be the Luke Bagados of overseeing the project. But that's who I have in that kind of capacity. I do think that Jonathan Zimmerman is the co-writer on this project with Iris Dauterman.
Yeah. Okay. And they have not said who's directing this game.
No, because do you know why they haven't said it?
What's that?
Because the director probably isn't there anymore. That's why.
Yeah.
As I said before, there's a tragic heartbreak with this game coming out is the fact that it's coming out with the majority of the staff being laid off. They're not going to be on the game. They're not going to be in like the credits are going to be quite scary when you look at the game when you finish it because like a large portion of the people are gone from the studio. And if they're not mentioning the director, because remember as well, think about the double exposure stream as well. Stauder was there, Felice Kwan was there. They did a live stream with the actual developers and spoke to them. This is very different. This was just a Lucy Hale voiceover with Rihanna DeVries and Max Caulfield. I think Rihanna DeVries and Hannah Tell there. So if they're not putting the director, it tells you what's happening there.
Once again, quickly answering flashcard 8059. Wait, so it's one full game, no chapters, or am I missing something? No, there's going to be chapters, just like double exposure. There's going to be chapters. It's just not going to be episodic like Dispatch was. So they're not going to go episodic. In fact, it's going to be pretty rare. Dispatch is probably the last episodic game you're going to see.
Yeah,
like I think if there's going to be a Dispatch 2, maybe they'll do episodic, but they're going to be the last studio. What is it? Ad Hoc Studios will probably remain episodic because they can, apparently.
You know,
I don't even.
Oh, sorry.
I don't even think Wolf Among Us 2, if it ever comes out, I don't think that will be episodic.
No, it won't be. They'll do something different with it. Do you know what, though? I was just looking at the collector's edition. It's not actually as cheap as you think it is. Because, like, I'm pulling up the order history that I have from Square Enix, and the Life is Strange Double Exposure collector's edition was £60 that I bought it for. And currently,
I remember. Yeah.
Reunion's
like, I remember.
£111.
Yeah, but I remember that you had to buy the collector's edition and the game.
Yeah,
so
it's
added
the same
up to
price. Yeah.
It's basically the same price, of course. So Seth Freak rolling in. Dispatch is go to game. I'm just about to finish Dispatch. So that's fun. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I will be spoiling it in this chat. No, don't do not spoil any games in this chat. So let people experience stories for the way they are. Yeah, so if this game is rushed in release date, I wanted to be episodic, give them time to work on later episodes. It's not. It's not going to be episodic. Once again, True Colors wasn't episodic. Double Exposure was not episodic. Was Before the Storm? Before the Storm was episodic.
Yes, 3 episodes over a couple of months.
Yeah. So that was it. But the last 2 games were not episodic. So do not think this is going to come out episodically. They are going to release this game. I will bark at whoever I want, Seb. Don't bark at me either. I will bark at whoever I need to. They're going to release this game, right? And like we said before, most of the staff is gone because of layoffs or they decide to leave. So if they do it episodically, a lot of the times there's still a team still building the tracks while the train is moving, but there's no more construction people to make the tracks anymore.
Yeah.
So they can't possibly do it episodic. The only way they can do it. Here you go with it.
You have all seen basically what me and Adam have known for about 2 years now. Yes. And this is probably the first time we can actually be a bit more genuine in the podcast and talk about things as well. And having seen behind the veil of the curtains, among many other things, there's still things I won't say anyway for the time being. But basically, you've now seen which is the end of the Life is Strange franchise for now in the short term, at least from the gaming standpoint. You're going to get this game. It's the final chapter of the Max and Chloe story. Probably the last time you see Max and Chloe on screen for a while, until they probably remake the first game. But this is the definitive conclusion for that story, which is now done now. And they're going to sign off here. And the game that they're getting out now is they're getting out, like they've rated it from PEGI. It's coming out on the release date. It was said there. I said a million times, PEGI is a very, very authentic source of place that you can't really dispute what's going in there. Developers have to post things in there. You know, they have to be verified. They're going to have to patch this game. There's going to be a lot of patches in between this game. So ultimately, yeah, there's a lot to be said here.
So I know Kevin Kestis wants to romance Amanda again. Once again, if this game is to be, the romance options in this game might be more awkward. I don't know how they're going to handle romance in this game. So if you wanted like romance,
did you respond to Flashcard 8509 where it's about worry about layoffs, also quality as DE, like story wise? My honest opinion is...
Yeah, you can take that one.
My honest opinion is I wouldn't necessarily worry about the story quality-wise. I think what you get is what you get at the end. That's ultimately going to be what it is. They're very much boxed into a corner here with this project and what they're doing with the story. The creative development team on this team will be about 50 times better than the previous one. I'm just going to put that out there very, very, very clearly. Even with their resources and whatever else they have, they will be about 50 times better than the previous development team. I was talking about Adam as well on Twitter as well. I was saying last night, I was like, the only thing that's really important at this point is they land this project. Like Deck 9 has infamously really struggled to land their games after they get to the end. And with where they're at right now and where the franchise is at, the best thing Deck9 can do more than anything else is land this series for Max and Chloe and just end it there. On like, even if it's like amid all the other things they're going to do, which will annoy people and whatnot, is just to land this game and then kind of call it a day there. If I was going to ask anyone to land this game, it would be the Expanse team, because it was Deck9's engine of like really workhorse talent. That's where my faith is. I know it said in the stream that Jonathan Zimmerman is writing the game, part of it. It didn't say specifically he's out writer. I think he might be the co-writer with Iris Dalman. I've heard things about Jonathan Zimmerman. I've heard he's very meticulous with his work. You saw it in The Expanse. You saw him Before the Storm. Very respected at Deck9. So I think you're in safe hands there. And even with those other people I pulled up on the stream, whereas my ideas of who on the creative team, Stefan Frost, I said repeatedly, Frost is the future of Deck9. How they really capitalized on that. He is an absolute genius. We interviewed him. Zach Andrews is the motion capture director. He is a workhouse engine as well. Again, unbelievably talented director. Iris Dalman, her resume speaks volumes as well in terms of what she's written and what she's done for The Expanse. The art direction, the team, there's a lot of good people still there that can land this project. That's where my only faith is with this kind of thing. There's going to be things that are going to be big questions, and we'll probably deep dive into it into a future podcast episode. But there are a lot of constraints on this project. There's going to be a lot of things that Deck9 is going to have to try and overcome and hurdles, which are quite apparent as well in that trailer that I was watching some of the stream. I'm not in a, I like the reaction you guys are seeing now. Like I've mourned this for 2 years now. Adam's done the same. We've kind of like seen it unfold, and it's kind of like, we are where we are now. So it's kind of like, I'm just hoping they land the project within some way, shape or form, get to the end and land it. I also did say as well, I told you so about the timelines. Just saying.
Yes. And I told you all that you're going to play as Chloe. I told you, Adnan, you're British ass. Yeah. I told you that you're going to be playing as Chloe. Now, point against me, I did say you'd be playing Chloe most of the time, but it does sound like it's going to be like 50-50.
Yeah.
But I don't know, the way they were wording it and PEGI and all that, the way they were wording it, I was like, yeah, you're going to be playing. The other thing, I thought it was going to come out later. But PEGI, of course, is always correct. Anybody that says like PEGI is fake, it's fake news. No, it's PEGI. Like, you have to. It's an official workaround, just like copyrights and anything like that. It's also PEGI. And for when they said March 27th, look at that. It's coming out March 27th. Yeah. I wish it wasn't during one of my moves. So that's going to be great. Which again, yes.
What did you think of it?
I said like before, and I do want to pre-order the Ultimate Edition. All those in the chat that are saying like I pre-ordered it too. I pre-ordered it. Yeah, I mean, like, we're all against pre-ordering here for sure, I guess. But if it's your money, you know what I mean? It's your money. If you want to pre-order it, just pre-order it. Why am I telling you not to? But the only reason why I am not is because, again, I'm going to be in the middle of a move, so I don't want it to go to the wrong house.
Yes.
So, but I will be, I will be getting this at some point. Hopefully, it's not sold out. But yeah, so PEGI said it was coming out 2025. So I think they were talking about something else in Life is Strange. I don't know. Either way, so to answer your question, what did I think about this? Again, I'm pretty optimistic about this. I'm fairly optimistic about this game. Chloe's model. I'm so on the fence about it. So on the fence about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I mean, man.
In terms of
it's iffy. Like the way she looks, like she does look like an older Chloe, right? This is almost 30-year-old Chloe, right? So it makes sense. But at the same time, sometimes it just doesn't look like it's an older Chloe. It just looks so much different. Yeah. I don't know. Like I'm very much on the fence about it. I'm glad they colored her hair. it's booger green now, so that's nice.
Yes.
But yeah, so but what I thought about the game in general, I had a good feeling about it. Like I said, I'm above average on liking this game because I'm starting to look at this game just as a standalone game.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at this as a double exposure sequel, you know, I wasn't. No, not to say this. I've always said this before. I think double exposure had a lot of potential. I think it did. I think double exposure had so much potential to be such a nice chill game, just like True Colors was.
Yeah.
But then everything kind of went backwards. They got rid of Baqir Shah, which was devastating for the production.
Yeah.
It would have been the game of the year if Baqir Shah stayed on the project, but fortunately, due to circumstances.
What do you mean they're reusing his assets in this game? Clearly they are. Like, they're reusing all of Kaladin, aren't they? For like most of the game.
But yeah, no. So the fact that John Zimmerman is writing this game, the fact that I like Rihanna DeVries. I do like Rihanna DeVries. Do I like her more than Ashley Birch? No. Sure, like I'm gonna say that, but I do like Rihanna DeVries. I like Before the Storm. So John Zimmerman, writer of Before the Storm, Rihanna DeVries, Chloe of Before the Storm. We get Hannah Tell back. I don't know, like I'm fairly optimistic about this game. I think the way I perceive this trailer, right? I'm gonna play this game and I'm gonna say, you know what, that was like a 6.5 to a 7. I think it's a 6.5 or 7 when I play this.
Your standards are so low at this point with double exposure. Anything above that is like amazing, isn't it? Like I've seen it with the reaction of some people. They're like, chat. They're like, I'm this far down. Yeah. Anything above it is great. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Not even Life is Strange. I just think media in general.
Yeah.
Media in general. My standards are so low at this point.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, man, like my standards are so low where it's like, I think our standards were low in the early 2000s. I'm going to go on a little side quest here. Bear with me here. It will bring me back to what I think about this game. But back in the early 2000s, your standards were not high, but they weren't low either. Your standards were just kind of like, oh, let's go to the movies. Oh, let's play this game. You go to GameStop and you just pick a game off the shelf. There was no really a local game shop. You just went to GameStop, right? Back in the day. You pick out a game. This might be a banger. This might be, you know, you didn't really have standards back in the early 2000s. You just kind of like, you kind of just like lived your life, essentially. There was garbage.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There was absolute garbage in the early 2000s.
But standards have changed though now, because the standards are, we nostalgia trip people now. We're going to take, this is why people are feeling confused in the comment. Like, I'm just like making an assumption here, but like some people that, and even myself, the back talk, the daughter rumors, you know, Chloe, Raven symbolism. I can see why it comes into it. Cause it's like, you know, let's get rid of the standards conversation. Nostalgia is a bitch. And it is really, truly in the situation where like people are feeling it with this game. I have a lot to say about it. I think it's quite
hey, KJL, is there any way you can put can you put a poll in the chat? Can you put a poll saying like what are your thoughts about the trailer? All right, are you above average or are you below average on your thoughts on the trailer? If you can do that for us, Kevin.
Keep it clean, Kevin, as well. Thank you very much.
Keep it dirty, Kevin. Dirty it up, Kevin.
Adam, Rihanna DeVries.
Yeah. Yes.
Rihanna
what about
DeVries. Yeah, I think it's the elephant in the room. Only I can apparently do it. How was that?
Really? Only Anna can in Creator Studio. Okay, well.
Yeah. So
Adam's gonna have to be in charge here. Yeah.
Hang on a second. Give me your input on Rihanna DeVries.
My input again. I like Rihanna DeVries. I did. I like double. No, I did like double exposure for a little bit. I liked Before the Storm a lot. I thought if you don't know, Rihanna DeVries came in to be Chloe because of the actor strikes that were happening back in 2017, 2016. So Ashley Burch could not reprise a role as Chloe. So they brought in Rihanna DeVries, who I don't believe was in the guild at that point.
No.
So they take outside guild members. So Rihanna DeVries came in, delivered as Chloe. And I thought she did fine. So, excuse me. So, yeah, I don't really have a big issue with Rihanna DeVries. I think if they brought in a third player here, like if it wasn't Rihanna DeVries or Ashley Burch and they brought in something completely different, I think Flashcard saying, but she's no Ashley Burch. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say, okay, well, it's just like I'm no Hans Zimmer, but I can still deliver a good score.
But the problem is you can't make that thing with Rihanna DeVries at this point because you're putting Rihanna DeVries opposite Hannah Tell, and it immediately makes the kind of feel. It makes that feeling where you're like, hang on a minute, something's just a little bit off here. It's not against Rihanna DeVries either. Sure. Like I do feel. I said this in the last podcast. I feel very sorry for Rihanna DeVries because Rihanna DeVries is going in with the biggest expectations of any person that has been on the Life is Strange project now, because I even think it's bigger than BTS because of where we are at with the Life is Strange series and where it's ending here. It's interesting because I said, like, even now as well, with so important chemistry reads and seeing how actors bounce off of each other as well. Again, I'm going to keep my opinions quite quiet as it is, but I think like with Rihanna DeVries, I think this is very much on what the performance director is about to do as well. I think it's going to be interesting. Like for the chat as well, what did you think of the performances so far, and just from a performance standpoint? Because
and if you could give a number from 1 to 10, like what do you think this game's going to be out of 10?
I think the performances are very different as well. I think you could see it from Rihanna DeVries' standpoint, being like going up with Hannah Tell. I think it's such a big.
And I'm seeing
ask.
I'm also seeing a lot in the chat. Where's Alderman? Keep it. They're gonna put
if
back.
That Alderman dude comes back. You know what? He's not coming back. He's not coming back. There's no way.
He's coming back.
It'd be the kind of thing that I would do if I was writing this game, where I'd be like, "Oh, actually, great."
Yeah.
Maybe there's. No, I disagree with that. From Twitch class.
What's that?
The good news is with DE being poorly received, there's zero expectations for Rihanna. I disagree with that. It's all on Rihanna DeVries right now. This is the marketing, literally front and center. Chloe Price, Chloe in there. Even Rihanna was on the couch as well with Hannah Tell, which I was like, oh yes, I can feel that. No,
if only we could get the opinion on somebody who used to be at Deck 9.
Yeah.
If only we could get somebody there, but unfortunately. There's no way for us to know.
Oh my God,
unless
chat, you have the expertise again. He is back. So for the chat, Baqir Shah is here, who is the lead level designer on Life is Strange Double Exposure. He is back with his cigar. He is going to burn down Caledon University again. He will be here to answer.
Sorry, I was a little late because I was busy pre-ordering the collector's edition.
Surely you'd be like,
really, I did. I pre-ordered it.
Surely you'd be like, come on, guys! Like this is my town that I built. Like you need to like get me a collector's edition.
See the value in this product; it's amazing. I'm excited. Yeah,
I was telling that to chat that like, hey, what you're getting, and I believe you're going to get a copy of the game. You're going to get a vinyl slip mat. You're going to get the vinyl. You're going to get what was the word they used? Not guitar picks. They use plectrums. It was like a weird word for guitar.
Plectrums.
Yeah, plectrums. I was like, I've played guitar for how old am I? So over 20 years. I've 2 decades. Never once have I ever heard the word plectrum before. I've never heard that term.
We have
everybody is saying that this is going to be like a 6 to an 8. There's some people who are saying this is going to be a 4. Chad, have you ever heard the word plectrum before? Chad, give me some validation here.
Look for the chat as well. Baqir comes in. Boom. We've got comments coming in as well. We've got Jace here. The man has returned. We've got other comments in here. Yo, that was unexpected. Everyone's coming in. They know that the numbers are going to go back up again. This is why we got Baqir coming back. We're like, he's going to come back in. He's like, yes, tick the numbers up. Baqir,
I would love any chance to keep talking about Life is Strange. Any opportunity.
Yes.
you were going to kind of
your
third
thoughts?
anchor here, but yeah, Adam just hit my words out of my mouth.
I really enjoyed it. I thought the reveal was pretty amazing. They hit all the right notes. They answered a lot of concerns and questions that I think fans had, after double exposure. So I think the reveal was really well done, but also short and to the point, which I thought was pretty nice. It was really cool. I called it that they were going to have it be springtime.
Yeah.
And it was true. It's Caledon in the spring. Yeah, yeah. And it was so cool to be able to see like the different environments and the spaces in the background, including some of the ones we had concepted, which is really cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there was another quad that you might saw like the courtyard in some of the shots.
I did, yes.
Yeah, so some of the the new spaces you're going to see are kind of were previous concepts.
Okay.
As I said, they had the map kind of Caledon laid out, so it's going to be really, really cool to finally see the full final versions. Yeah. You're going to see Caledon expanded, basically, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. It must be and pretty cool moment for you as well to see that, like the kind of the evolution of the town and what they've tried to do with things like the university after working on it as much as you did in the first game.
Yeah, it's definitely very cool. Also the existing spaces, like how different will the previous levels from double exposure look like now that it's springtime, and obviously they've done some environment art changes and kind of changed the look. How is it going to feel? And then also some of the stuff that we had concepted, various other spaces that look like are going to be in this game, which is awesome. Yeah.
I was going to say, you're there like putting snow in places where it's like, oh, don't worry, they can't see that place if the camera zooms out and stuff. But like they've got the full spring setting, haven't they?
Our thought was, we don't want the player to go here. Let's just put snow on it. And, so now what are they going to do? Grass?
Damn. Chat, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in for Baqir, because obviously we've got him and he's got his expertise on everything to do with Life is Strange. And obviously if you played Life is Strange Double Exposure, for people who aren't familiar, Baqir was working at Deck 9 during the first 3 episodes. Obviously those gorgeous set pieces you see, for example, in the bowling alley and everything else. Baqir was the man leading that charge. Baqir, I'm going to ask you as well, because I know you'll be watching the gameplay, because obviously a big part of your design was making the areas, but then also gameplays. But one thing we saw was Max's rewind power come back, and you didn't get to mess around with that much, really, apart from the atrophied parts in some of the scenes. What did you think of the rewind mechanics?
I thought it was a good decision to bring it back. Yeah, I think from a narrative standpoint, it makes sense the way they're going with the 2 timelines merging. And again, if you're gonna have another Max and Chloe adventure, then that mechanic also comes with those characters, really. So it's best to stick to that. And it's just, again, more nostalgia. It's good to see the twirly whirly, as they mentioned in the
they're like,
the live stream.
Spiral. They're like,
Spiral.
We missed you, Spiral.
We did.
Jace also asks Baqir, how do you feel about Chloe coming back from a fan perspective?
No, I think it was the right choice. I think double exposure needed to happen to be able to have it make sense going into this game for Chloe to come back, as they had mentioned on the live stream with the 2 timelines merging. And I think originally I always thought it'd be cool to have that in double exposure, but it needed time and a little bit of narrative had to be done, really, to be able to explain it that way, the way it's set up right now. So double exposure was the setup. This will be the payoff. And I absolutely love the way they revealed Chloe in the trailer, with just kicking the door and between the head. I was like, oh, that's such good cinematography. I really, really enjoyed that.
That's what I mean, dude. Yeah,
I'll give them credit for that, because, like, again, we talked about in the last stream when we talked about Max's reintroduction and the way you talked about how important the set reveal was for that. And I was like, actually, you know what? Go, balls to the wall, let's throw it out there. And they actually went with the truck and they got her out. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, whatever you think. I'm like, yeah, actually, that's pretty on point for that. At least you nailed that.
I'm more like, man, how many miles does her truck have right now? Is this the same truck?
Well, you know what?
Man, she's keeping that thing alive.
You know what?
Yeah.
I've solved this. The timelines have smashed together and she's got 2 trucks in one. That's why it's running as fast as it is.
She owns 2 trucks.
It's an F-150 and a Camaro combined. That would be crazy.
She left one with Joyce and then she just took the other one with her.
By the way, speaking of Joyce, what do we all think about Chloe saying, "Oh, it's for my mom's gram"? When's the last time you heard somebody say gram in the past like 5 years?
Ooh.
For my mom's gram.
I've heard it.
You've heard it?
Yeah. Mainly in like celebrity circles, probably. Yeah, they call it the gram.
Oh, okay, you're flexing right now. I was like,
Yeah, of course he is.
me and Rihanna were hanging out.
No. Like interviews and other things like that. Like it tends to
Yeah.
be something in media and entertainment that they, for short,
They
they'll
say the
call it
gram.
the gram. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he had all the
I've heard
clientele at
it
his
before.
cigar shop. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put them in the cigar shop. Here's the clientele."
Oh man,
high end."
everyone's
It's
like, man, I gotta get this for the gram, and there's smoking a cigar. I hear it all the time, man.
For the gram.
Get it for the gram.
Baqir, I just wanted to ask you, feel free not to answer this as well. Obviously, they alluded to Jonathan Zimmerman writing this project. They have just said that he is a writer. It didn't say specifically he is the lead writer or anything. You worked on Double Exposure. I know that Zimmerman was working on The Expanse mainly. Did you have any interactions with Zimmerman, or were you familiar with his stuff, like just in terms of BTS and The Expanse?
I knew about his work on BTS. Didn't really interact with him at the studio. We did spend some time at GDC. Yeah, a couple years back, because Deck 9 kind of a couple people from Deck 9 went to the Game Developers Conference and met him there, and we hung out a couple times. So it was really cool. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, got to meet him and interact with him. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
so really excited he's back at this. Yeah.
Would you consider him a cool human being, or would you?
Oh, he's super cool. He's super
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, very chill, laid back. Yeah. I enjoyed interacting with him at GDC, and we had this really cool breakfast with like a bunch of the team at Deck 9, in San Francisco, where all of us kind of got together and had breakfast one of the mornings, and yeah, it was just a really fun time. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I've seen good work from him and everything else. So as where we're getting as well, and they're trying to put this on the final entry of Max and Chloe. I feel like my assumptions and
they explicitly mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which was
This
interesting.
is it.
I was like, yeah, they're really, because obviously they were linking it to the back talk, weren't they, as well, with Zimmerman? They're like, we're doing the actual back talk mechanic. It was like, here's Zimmerman. It's like we need to kind of like give it the extra kind of value of what it is, and which it will as well, because he was working on BTS. He was a big part of the creative team on that as well. But yeah, even that as well, it's the final Life is Strange game with Max and Chloe kind of thing. I'm like, here we go. They are really going to just try and throw the kitchen sink at this, aren't they? Essentially, from what I see, at least.
Yeah,
it was a smart decision, because again, he was the writer on BTS, and to be able to say he's coming back and he's working on this, it's just smart marketing. It's very smart marketing.
Yeah.
Which is it's just so weird that like they give him a shout out, but no longer at the studio. And we said it earlier before, we don't know how he left the studio. We don't know if it was part of a layoff or if he left on his own accord. But yeah, John Zimmerman is no longer at Deck 9. And it's going to be awkward. Like I always think that like, well, what if this does do well? Like, what if this game really does super well and maybe gets nominated for one of the Game Awards, right? Like let's put that possibility there.
Yeah.
Right. Are they going to like hire people back? Is this going to do well for Deck 9? It's just going to be like a really weird time if this game does do well, which I don't imagine it not doing. It's coming out at a good time in end of March. I'd say that's a pretty decent time to put this game out. It's got Max and Chloe back, so you're going to have numbers with that. It's going to be weird when this game does well.
I think it will definitely get the Games for Impact nomination. That's probably issuing for that. And Hannah or Rihanna might get nominated for Best Actor or Best Performance.
Ooh.
I think that's possibly in the cards.
Could I ask you as well, because obviously just based on like timeframes and stuff, did you see difference in terms of some of the performances and the way it looked as well? Because like where Pickers Girl is not motion capture and directing this project in any way, shape or form, like where it's at now in the timeline, the things, it's going to have to be Zach Andrews, who's the only performance director at the studio at that time. Did you notice anything differently? Because obviously I think The Expanse is very tonally different compared to this game. And it felt like quite different as a Life is Strange game, at least.
I did notice a difference in quality of performance, and particularly Hannah. I was watching this critique of Double Exposure online. It's an hour critique this person had made, where he really dissected into every aspect of the game that even I was like, oh crap, I didn't even think about that. And he showed shot by shot, like early in the game, kind of Hannah's performance as Max. She was just kind of warming up and kind of getting used to being back with that character and everything, and a distinct difference from the beginning of her performance, the beginning of the game, her performance, and the end of the game, kind of where she kind of finally got into the groove. So I think you're actually seeing even her performance be even better because she's now had one game to kind of warm up and really understand and get into the character of Max. So Hannah's performance is definitely in tip-top shape. I'll have to give her a compliment. She's really now embodying Max, you know, as she should be.
And then the irony is that Rihanna DeVries is like literally come back as well. Like now after that much time, so like Rihanna DeVries is
we'll see. We'll see when we play the game, right? How her performance kind of stacks up over. I think it may be the same thing over time, but it might be a little rough at first, but then towards the end of the game, you kind of are starting to see, because we do build the scenes kind of mostly in order. So you know, you'll definitely see that. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm gonna ask a favor from everybody watching, and now it's getting close to 120. I'm just gonna be the worst person ever. If you can just hit the like button, and that way, once you hit that like button, it will actually up in recommendation for this chat, so more people can come in, more people can hear backers' opinions here. So if you're in chat, just hit that thumbs up, and then YouTube will recommend this video much more often. So 120 of you already. So thanks for coming in.
If this video gets 100 likes as well, Baqir will get automatically inserted into the sequel as a DLC character. We will make it happen.
If this chat gets 300 likes, I'll show my nipple. Let's go.
Oh dear. Oh wow.
The Eagles will yell at you. Yes, I will. The eagle will yell at you if you don't. Absolutely.
Baqir, but got to ask you as well, because we saw a lot of people in there in double exposure. Some of those people in the background of your screen as well coming back. I got to ask you, because we merged timelines, just for your prediction: is Alderman coming back?
You know, I was curious to see if we'd see him in the reveal, and we did not. So, two options: either A, they're saving him as a surprise, or B, the reaction was so terrible to the ending of that storyline. I think the way it really didn't come to a conclusion that they may abandon it altogether. We don't know, but I'd be surprised. I think he would be a good addition to adding to the mystery of this game, is to have his storyline conclude. I really think that it would be smart to incorporate him as a way, you know, just to be able to tell more of that story and to conclude the story finally. Because if two timelines merge, that means he's back. You know? And he's having the same memory problem then, you know, theoretically, if you go by the narrative that they mentioned, he's back and he has memory issues like, I just touched my other timeline self and imploded and I'm still alive, you know. So.
You know what? They could make him even the corny villain of like Agent Smith style kind of thing, where it's like just turn him into a full-blown villain at that point. Max is the one that kind of like destroyed him or something and you brought him back. At this point, you might as well.
Maybe
like
he's
you
the
could
villain.
Yeah, I would.
Maybe he's the one starting the fires.
I would.
It's Alderman the whole time. Like that's the thing.
It's me, Alderman. It was me this whole time.
I do think that like Alderman's character was just so underutilized. Like it was such a strong presence, and I think the voice actor delivered what he was written. I say it all the time. Like you can argue like, that's the thing. Like you can say like, oh man, he way over delivered. Like I think he got his lines. He got his direction. He delivered the way he was supposed to. So I do think it was underutilized, but I
always thought there was a mismatch between kind of the way the character looked and the voice. You know, every time I'd hear him in our sessions where we'd review the footage, I'd be like, there's just something's a little, but then his performance is so good that you don't even care.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Brian's been with them for years. He was doing stuff from the BTS days, like back when Webb was doing the motion capture for that, and like they kind of got this role, like, you know, with him there in mind as well. And it's like, for me, I think like he's missing some facial hair, a bit of stubble or something, just to give him like a bit of a baby face color look. Like just give him a bit more of like a rough grittiness. But I think
give him a full beard in this game if he's back. A full beard, even bigger than yours, Adnan.
For it to be bigger than mine, that's the DLC code that you get. The Vince Alderman edition.
The beard pack, only available on PlayStation 6. It's an exclusive.
Adnan, we have a chat for you though.
Oh dear, what
JK Lily 700.
What have I done?
JK Lily writes in, name one thing in double exposure you would rewrite.
Do you know what?
Just one thing.
I don't need to because your boy said they're going to merge the timelines, and that's what they did. They did it right at the end. I wonder where you got that from. They're going to do that. From double exposure, what would I rewrite? Where do I start? To be honest,
because you love the game. You told Baqir that you love the game.
Yes, of
you
course.
said it here in the last live stream.
Of course. Thank you so much. To be honest, because they're bringing him back now, I probably would have rewritten Vin Lang, but taken away the kind of like the frat boy element and just kept him as like quite a tonally like concise character. He has that like moments of frat boyness, but we kind of make him more serious. He matures and he develops in something, and we give him a bit of like a bit more of a complex, nuanced layer to him. Because it might actually make him a bit more kind of valuable.
You're thinking almost like a Steve Harrington kind of growth path.
More so in the fact that when you see him on fire in Kaladin, you do actually want to pull him out of the fire rather than leaving him, because like if Kaladin's going on fire, you know one thing's going to happen. People are going to leave him there. Like he's just equally dislikable. It's like, come on, add a bit more layer to him, add a bit of a redemption arc. Maybe some characters don't.
I did see a little bit of that. I did see a little bit of that in the reveal. I just felt like the shots that we did see of Vin, where I was like, okay, I think he's turning a different path. Maybe he's a bit more serious. The asshole in him is a little bit gone. Mm-hmm. That was kind of in double exposure. I did just see a twinkling of that with the footage they showed him.
See, I think a good way to do it as well, and to kind of get that effect in, is using Chloe's back talk. So Chloe smack talks him down and then makes him into that character where he's got a bit of humbleness because he's now facing what he is trying to do basically in the first game, which he's trying.
He had his own back talk in double exposure, so now you're just seeing Chloe back talk and Vin back talk. Who's gonna win, man? They should act that like a competition. That's a game mechanic right there.
Also,
the amount of back talk he had.
Also, Maddie Wren 36 has just said what I was about to ask you as well, Baqir, as well. The big thing. Loretta Rice has a new jacket. Get in a Loretta. Yes. I loved it as well. I was like, there she is. Do you want as well? Do you know how she bought that jacket? She used your money to cat DLC content. That's what she did. She took your money to the bank with that cat, traded the cat in as well, and got a new jacket. And she's like, screw it.
God damn it.
Yeah. Must be nice. Must be nice to get paid. I just do this podcast for free. You all know this. I'm here. I'm here on my outside accord. But no, in all actuality, I do. This is so like to say to Adnan and to the chat. This is why when I started this chat, where we started this live stream, I'm above average on liking this game because of exactly what Baqir was saying, that like we're starting to get like less of an asshole Vin. I think we're starting to veer towards a different direction. I think John Zimmerman taking some writing credit on this is really going to fix things. So I've been thinking of this in a way of like, wow, we really need a good sci-fi writer to really get this game to make sense in terms of story writing, because of what happened in Double Exposure's development team. I don't know if you know anything about that, Baqir, but in Double Exposure, there was a big turnaround with different people that were working in the studio. I don't know if you knew that, but we're here to inform you. Okay. But I think with this team, minus the legendary Baqir Shah, which would have made this a 10 out of 10 game.
Well, it already is a 10 out of 10 game. They're using his assets. It's the ultimate.
They're using his assets. So he's there in spirit. But what I am saying though is like I am pretty optimistic about this game. As Maddie Wren has said, I'm pretty optimistic because of I said that this is going to be a good sci-fi writer, but what I've been missing is that this needs to be a good Life is Strange writer. And I think John Zimmerman understands Life is Strange more than more than he is a sci-fi writer, he is a Life is Strange writer.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's most important when it comes to what this game should be.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think with all, if you look at the stream, you can really see that they listen to all the feedback. If you were in their shoes, Double Exposure had come out, you listen to all the feedback and the criticism, what went right, what went wrong, that all that information. And if you were in their shoes, it's kind of like, what would you do? Well, what you just saw in the live stream is they really listened to all that feedback, and they made a game that shows that, like, hey, we listened to you guys and we're kind of giving you what you want. So I'm optimistic that this is a step in the right direction for the franchise, and hopefully it's a success to where it can continue, and hopefully with them declaring that this is the conclusion for Max and Chloe, they may go back to anthology after this finally, if they decide to continue the franchise. But I'm again optimistic. Just after everything I saw, I was pretty optimistic that I think they're telling a good story.
This is their last. This is like the last roll of the die. Like, as far as I'm concerned, from what I learned about this project and stuff, the way things are going, they have rolled the dice now. Like, there's enough still at Deck 9 that you could quote unquote rebuild back up, and the same with Square Enix. Even if they've shattered external studios and stuff, a longer term plan you could rebuild from it. But at the moment, and how they're shipping this project out, they had to pivot the way that they have done, the way that this game has gone, the way it's stylized, the way it's thing. As Baqir said as well, from his personal standpoint, they've basically put themselves in this position where, for me, like, I know that you're going to annoy people either way for things. Like, you've already seen the reaction, things are going to happen, whatnot, etc. But there's a creative team that I believe in personally, because we interviewed developers from The Expanse. We played that game, me and Adam. We loved it. I have a lot of faith in those people, like with Frost, with Zimmerman, with Iris Douterman, with Zach Andrews, with all these people who can heavily be associated with this game. I do believe that we are in a good position to kind of at least see the ship out, which is the main thing. And it's like, I think it's just a lot. There is one thing that I did see here as well. This was from Haley Pearl. It says, calling it, the end choice will be Life is Strange one choice, but from Chloe's point of view, sacrifice Max or Kaladin so that she can finally understand Max's choice and the breakup would make more sense. Why are we burning Baqir's town down? Can we not burn down his Kaladin University? Man's already been through enough. Like, let's not burn down
it down. I don't mind. Burn it down. That's all right.
That's why I designed it to be. I wanted it to be destroyed.
For the story.
It's not going to be you. It's going to be aldermen with like a little piece of paper behind the building's like, yes, it was me doing that. I think like there's a lot to kind of take away. I think, funnily enough, I think this was the smell test for this game. I didn't think Square Enix were going to get anything until this was shown, where Chloe Price has been shown, and everything else.
Yeah,
I was going to say to you back as well, seeing Chloe Price, what do you think? Design, everything else.
I liked it. I knew as soon as I saw the images, I was like, I know some people are going to be pissed about the design, but you have to understand, with a change in technology, in art style, in the narrative, these characters are older now. You're going to see a change in how they look in the model.
Yeah,
they're still keeping all the geometry and the shapes and the way she looks that make her Chloe, but you're seeing certain design changes, even with her clothing, with her hair, with the skin on her face. That's still her, and they're trying to set it in a way that it looks like an older Chloe. And so I had personally no problem with their design, because I understand the development aspect of it, of like, you need to show these characters a little older. There needs to be a slight change because the art style and the technology and the graphics are very different from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so I thought her design was really, really great. And what's interesting is, I remember when Double Exposure was revealed, I would look at the live streams and the chats, and a huge portion of the comments coming in was just, where's Chloe? Where's Chloe? Where's Chloe? Where's Chloe? Where's Chloe? Just constantly barrage of that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And so, but this time when I saw it, it was seeing them together was just, yes, awesome, yes. And it shows you that in terms of the IP and these characters, they have to be together, really, to in order to be a successful game, is having these two characters together. And I think they've realized that.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. Like, there are some people who listen to this show that have messaged me. They managed to get a hold of me. I don't know how they did it, but They said that they returned their copy of Double Exposure because it didn't have Chloe. They specifically said like, no, it's no Chloe. I'm not having this game. So they returned it.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
So would they return before the storm? Because it,
does have Max?
Yeah.
I think that was a different context because this was before the storm. It was like a prequel. So I think they had the expectations going in that Max is gone. Like what is life before Max came back into town? But this one, they're just like, well, if you're gonna put back Max, where's Chloe? You're giving me a peanut butter sandwich, but where's the jelly? How dare you? You're giving me Mac, but no cheese. You know what I mean? Which
good analogies. I love the food analogies. Like, oh man, wow.
Well, since my day job is a line cook, I have to think about food every day.
Shitty's down creative meetings.
Here's a fun fact for you. I didn't realize how white I was growing up until I figured out. I wanted to know why my family's mac and cheese was orange. Okay, I'm like, why is it orange? They keep saying mac and cheese. Why is it orange? There was no cheese. It was mac and tomato soup. It was mac and tomato soup, and they called it mac and cheese. I've been lied to, and that's where that's my origin story of becoming a line cook. I had to fix the wrongs, right all the wrongs that my family put on me. With the first day I showed them adobo, they're blown. Minds were blown. But what I'm getting to, thanks, Adam. Now I'm getting hungry. I'm a cook too. Struggle is very real, Ashlyn. I hate my life. But what I'm going to get to with you is that like because you're setting up Max, where there is a timeline where there is a Chloe, right? And they went off into the sunset in their truck, and you're telling us that, hey, either there are two options: either Chloe's dead, which is one of the timelines, or you drifted apart. I think that's what really ticked off fans. And like, whoa, you went through all that with Chloe and you just drifted apart. Like, why are you putting that on me? But now we're getting Chloe back. It's going to be Max and Chloe. I think a lot of fans are like, okay, at least I have an option here. At least both of my endings in Life is Strange somewhat are canon in this game as a, you know what I mean?
Jonathan Zimmerman went into my mind and pulled out what they were going to do. That's what he did. This boy's been vindicated. He went on Reddit and pulled his own thing out. People are like, oh, that's a stupid furry. They're never going to do that. And it's like, here we go. They merged the time. Do you know what, though? Let me put it out there. If I was coming into the project, it's what I'd do, because you'd smash the timelines together and try and de facto reset with the idea of like, we now go to the ending point, merge everything together. We respect Bay and try and build towards something towards the end. It's going to annoy people. It's never going to make anyone happy, but I'm trying to like kind of bring things together at this point, you know? So I think like that's the main thing. Like, as I said, my ending is Max and Chloe walking into the sunset with Arcadia Bay there. Call it corny all you want, but people are going to be happy. I need to land this game. I need to get my paycheck, land this game and get out of here. Like, that's what I'm doing. So there we go. Square Enix, if you want to get a really bad writer, hire me. I'll take the job.
Well, all three of us will get into a room. We'll be in the writer's room. We'll make a good Life is Strange with all three of us. Absolutely.
Exactly. You can bring the food. Baqir can bring the cigars. I can bring me. That's it.
What a great writer's room.
But for the chat as well, if you have any questions for Baqir about what you've seen as well, please ask, because you have a very, 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 very experienced lead level designer here as well. So you can ask some questions about some of the details you saw, because there was quite a lot that was going on in there.
The latest one. Are you happy or saddened by the news this will be the finale installment of the Max saga in Life is Strange? Happy. I was more confused. I know you're like, I don't know if I'm happy. I don't know if I'm sad. I'm just like, wow, okay, they are marketing it as like, this is it. We're done. Like, it's over. I'm more in the line of just like, I think Square is done with the whole where's Max, where's Chloe thing. Like, they are marketing this to be like, shut the hell up. Like, we are not doing this anymore. This is your last peanut butter jelly sandwich. You got to move on to ham sandwiches, baby. I don't care.
God damn it, man.
Like, you know what I mean?
It feels more bittersweet at this point because of what's happened, the way the dominoes have fallen, everything else that's come from it as well, and even like a reactionary pivot off of feedback and stuff, like not making a consensus decision of how to design the game where it can try and do something. Like even the criticisms of backer and stuff, like me and Adam have always pulled out things with double exposure that we really enjoyed, and there were structures there. You could see, for example, from my perspective as well, like the stuff that was happening at Deck 9 in terms of the layoffs and all the stuff that was happening. And it was just like, one of those projects where maybe another time, maybe another day, and maybe another year in a lifetime, it could have formulated the way that they wanted to, but it's just like a lot of things that were going on there. And I think with like where we're at now, it's kind of bittersweet because, as Baqir said, like when the chat is saying something like, Chloe's back and stuff, they've given every people what they want. Like whether it's the Chloe design you don't like that's your decision, but they have brought Chloe back. They brought Rihanna DeVries back. They have rolled the dice here. Like we're talking about Rihanna DeVries and Hannah Tell doing no chemistry reads and going straight into a performance with a new performance director as well. That this performance director isn't associated with Life is Strange specifically, so he's got a massive challenge as well. Incredibly talented on top of that, but like you're still dealing with that kind of factor. So there's a lot here, and even that remnants of the Frost team from the Expanse, if they are working this project the way that they are. Not many of them have Life is Strange experience to the creative standpoint, at least on Life is Strange, which is a different IP from the Expanse. So, yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Man, I really want to pre-order the collector's edition. I really do. I just don't have a new address yet. I'm like looking just like I hope it doesn't sell out, man. Just pause my move. I'm like, nah, let's stay here for another year. Let's stay in my crappy apartment for one more year, just so I get the collector's edition here. Here's another thing I'm worried about. I have another collector's edition of something else that hasn't shipped yet, and I'm worried that's not good to get.
Could you not just send it to your mom and then pick up at a later date?
She lives in another state, so I guess I could. I guess it gives me an excuse to visit my mom.
Exactly.
I guess, like, hey mom, just come here. Like, hey mom, I was just here to pick up my geek collection. Can I leave now?
Baqir, what do you think they're gonna do with Safi?
I think she is the anti-hero.
Right.
Obviously, they've included her and they've tied her to Chloe with she's seeing Safi's death.
Yeah.
Which is kind of in a similar manner. So there is some narrative interweaving that they're doing there regarding that, which will be interesting to see. I feel like she might be sort of this anti-hero because she did say, I remember her, she had a line to Max saying, if the campus burns down, who are we kind of to stop it? That was one of the lines that she said in the stream. So I thought, So there is a potential villain there. Definitely a little bit of anti-hero with maybe a redemption arc at the end to being a hero towards the end of the game. Very much that possibility.
Also, Adnan, you know, I just realized.
What have you done?
I sent in my mom, but my mom is also moving around that time too.
There you go. You screwed. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah, America's always about just changing houses. I don't know what you have in Britain, and you always stay in the same house. We always just move. We can't move constantly. I don't think did we get sorry, Baqir, did we get your answer about are you happy or are you saddened with the finale installment of this game?
Oh no, I think it's smart. It's very difficult from a development standpoint behind the scenes to really with these characters. As I said, I think on the last stream, it is very difficult to appease the Life is Strange fans, especially fans of the first game. You will inevitably piss one or the other group off. I think they've done a great job this time to appease as many as possible of both groups of fans from the first game. But I think it's fitting to kind of let's conclude their story, be done with it, and we can keep it going if we want as an anthology for future installments. But I think it's the right decision to kind of conclude their story now. Yeah. I don't know how many more disasters and rewind powers you can stretch for Life is Strange 6 and 7. It just at a certain point you stretch the IP I think a little too much.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. Baqir, there's an interesting question here actually. Where'd it go? Said it then. Where'd it go? That was a really interesting question. There it is. Yeah, sorry there. From Sahel, it says, question for Baqir. Is long hair more work or harder to animate? I once read a dev say something to that effect.
Yes, long hair is a lot more difficult because with long hair, you then have to start dealing more with physics, with the way the hair moves throughout the environment, if it interacts with any other objects as the player character is moving. Does it just cut through like no collision, or does it bounce off of other objects? If the player is animating and walking, how is the hair bouncing kind of up and down? These are things you have to worry about versus with short hair, where it's just kind of mesh that's kind of like attached to that, and physics doesn't really get accounted into play. So long hair is very difficult to make it look and feel natural in the game world. Yes, it's a lot harder.
By the way, chat
goes into
this is why Chloe's not in double exposure, because this guy was in the meeting being like, we ain't doing her hair up. That's why she's not in this game. So if you're wondering why she's not in here,
it was me all along.
There's too much long hair in this game. No more.
I mean, you see it with Max and her hair,
Yeah.
All the budget went into that.
That's why a lot of action heroes in video games back in the early 2000s were bald. Like you have you have the Star Wars game Force Unleashed, he was buzz cut. You have Hitman, he was bald. There's a lot of times like the main character is a bald-headed man because it's just easier to animate action scenes if they don't have any hair.
We know why you're defending the baldness. Like, just stop that. Come on, like, anyway.
I have hair.
Anyway.
I have hair.
I've never seen it.
It's like Schrodinger's
with a hat.
I just have a cat under here.
So, quickly, a big thank you to Cohen for joining us. He's going for dinner. I wonder what you're eating. But thank you for joining us. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you, Cohen.
Vlasdrum said, guys, do you think Chloe and Max will return to Arcadia Bay in the end to close the cycle? Of course she will. I said this. She's going to go back. And do you know what as well? They're going to bring a tornado out and be like, Max and Chloe are going to return. Plot twist. Yeah, I think that's for me where they're going and how they've merged timelines. It would make sense for them to do something like that, where they bring the characters back with an Arcadia Bay complete, and also with Max and Chloe, because you even see with Max and Chloe talking that they had Joyce mentioned and stuff. I feel like, as long as you can get a shot of them driving towards Arcadia Bay, obviously we have scales, we don't want to make another town, but as long as you make that kind of effect, I think personally they should do that.
Do we think Jefferson is returning? No. Like you'll see Warren before you see Jefferson. I'm going to put it that way. I do not expect Jefferson to come back at all in this game.
It doesn't really make sense other than Chloe to really physically maybe bring back a lot of those other characters.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You make it more effort on yourself. You're going to confuse things more, and you're going to make more things. You got the set characters at Caledon. You got those. Use them, and really drive the narrative forward on Max and Chloe. Like, get them to be the center.
It's a different setting. Yeah, it's a different setting. So
KJO Kevin says Jefferson is in prison no matter what, right? And I'm like,
depends which timeline. We're smashing things. No,
because no matter what, because each ending, whether
no, Jefferson's not in prison. From what I can tell as well, he's doing Power Wash Simulator on the walls at the minute. Community service. You'll see a newsletter in Caledon University, and it say Jefferson cleaning the walls. And that's what's going to happen.
So, he could be in prison, but I do not see a chance.
No, it depends on the timeline, because he dies in one of them. Like, if Arcadia Bay gets destroyed, see you later. Yeah. Like, you're not going to get that. So the Arcadia Bay goes. Otherwise, he is in the other one.
But then they say in the trailer, though, they mention that like Max remembers the storm and everybody dies, and she's like, "No, you see on the gram, my mom's still alive from the gram. Don't you see?"
I see a question here from Ashlyn about, will there be a weather mechanic? Will the weather change? Will it change because of actions of other characters? I don't know. With these type of games, there's a particular mood you always want to set with how you're telling the story and the environment, and the weather's sort of set in stone. Maybe if they decide to add dynamic weather based on the choices you make, that sounds cool, but I don't know if they're going to have it in this, in this game.
Because that's more resources being involved then, yes?
Yes. Then you got to have different weather types already built for the environment. How does that affect the environment? Rain, snow, hail,
Yes.
tornado, fire.
Tsunami.
The worst time to be. If I see Max 10 feet away, I'm running. I'm getting out of town. Like that girl's bringing a storm. She's bringing fire.
Do you know from your perspective, Baqir, as well? Have you ever designed fire in your experience working in game dev, or what do you think it would be like? Do you think it'd be difficult?
I've worked with fire, but not built it directly. Like I worked with visual effects artists and had fire and sort of placing. Fire is very tricky in terms of visual effects to do and to make it look natural and feel natural, the way that it should be. But that's what VFX artists for. They specialize in that, and so for us, it's sort of they make the effect. Usually they give it to us, and then we place it in the world. And usually we'll have some controls and things that they've built to be able to select like an object in the game engine that's the fire and say, okay, how tall, how big do we want it, how fast do we want it, things like that we can fine tune and tweak and then add it into the environment. So they make it easy for us.
Yeah. Nice.
Shout out to VFX artists.
I have a question for Baqir because I'm looking at his wall right now, and I've noticed the last time, but you have a wrench mask behind you, and I do have to ask, was Watch Dogs 2 your favorite one?
Yes, because I was living in San Francisco at the time.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I was really curious how they do it, and I just loved how they incorporated Silicon Valley and the whole tech scene, which I was kind of like in and incorporating into the game with hacking and stuff. There was a really cool mission where you actually go into Ubisoft's offices in San Francisco and hack it.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that is just so cool. and they had a trailer of like a future game that they were working on in there.
Yeah. Oh man, it was so good, dude. Like I liked Watch Dogs 1, but like Watch Dogs 2, I'm enthralled with. I have the soundtrack vinyl downstairs, of course. So oh man, such a good soundtrack.
And I loved Wrench. I thought Wrench was such a cool character. I was like, they need to make his game just off this guy, right? He's just so cool with the mask and everything. I thought he was just so charismatic as a character. Yeah.
Did you play Legion at all?
I did, yeah. I haven't gotten to the end of it, but I thought it was very interesting, and I knew quite a few people who worked on it. I thought it was an interesting game design in terms of just any NPC being the main character. What ended up happening is then I would just keep going to MI6 headquarters and looking for the spy characters. Like, hey, spy. So my whole gang is just all 007s.
Oh my god, bro.
Baqir, I was going to ask you as well, like, the price is kind of coming around at the minute. It's $40 in the US. Do you think it's going to be a short game?
It's interesting because they're reusing the same setting. And so I feel like they could have it extend longer in terms of resource crunch. They can do 5 chapters. I think it is very much possible. So I don't know, maybe this has to do with market data and the finance people maybe looking at the scene and how much would people realistically make for this game, and what was the player count last time? How many copies did we sell last time? And so that's how they determine the price. I still think it'll be 5 chapters because that's kind of a standard that's been set, and so they'll go 3, but I doubt. You can't tell a story like this. Just the amount that they showed, it's like this has to be 5 chapters.
Yeah. KJL saying 3 days, 3 episodes.
No,
I'm like,
the episodic games have gone long now.
Yeah, no. And people were asking in the chat before we got here if it's going to be episodic. I'm like, there's no chance this is going to be an episodic game.
It's the
you know what? One thing that they've done well, they've not done the 2-week thing early. That is actually probably the best thing so far. Like, just from a genuine standpoint.
They listened,
Yeah, but it's smart though as well. They must have hurt their sales more doing that. I'm pretty much convinced on that. You'll get like a higher margin in terms of the bigger sales in terms of that Ultimate Edition, but the sales went down at other people because you still have to buy. If someone buys the game, your commitment's there. Unless you're doing the Steam early refund policy and you're completing the game in like 24 hours.
That's the problem. Is doing the early access is you reveal chapter 1 and then you reveal the tidbit about Chloe and Max breaking up. which potentially could upset a lot of players, and then they decide not to buy the rest of the game or just refund it right then and there.
Yeah.
And so the sales, I think, were weaker on the full release when it came out. So I think they kind of learned from that is to not do that mistake and just release it all at once.
Yeah.
And I think you'll have much higher sales from that, which is a smart decision to do. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that keeps fans happy as well. Just let me play it all at once, you know.
Yeah. They can't risk this game getting leaked. If they want to make the higher profit margins stuff, they need this game being like on.
Man, you guys posted the photos. I was like, I'm still seeing 30 minutes left on the stream.
I know.
Who are your connects with, man? Like, I was looking at it, like, where do you get your connections from?
Let's talk about this for a second, because I did the same thing, Baqir. Like, I was going through Instagram and I see, like, what the hell? And I messaged Adnan immediately, like, where'd you get this? So Adnan messaged me back, right? Because I was freaking out. I was like, did I miss the stream? Oh my God. And I was like late to this stream.
I kept refreshing the page. I was like, whoa, wait, maybe I'm behind.
So I messaged Adnan and he tells me, he's like, yeah, I got it from Xbox Wire. Xbox Wire just announced a bunch of details. I go on that same Xbox Wire link and I sent him a video like the page is down. So I think Xbox Wire
it's back up now.
Jumped the gun. I was just,
Andrew James. No, it's back up now. Well, by the way,
trouble.
Nightmare's worst. Any person's worst nightmare with journalists. You always take screenshots.
Yes,
they're always there.
That's what I mean. I was just
break a story early.
No, I was freaking out too. I was like, well, "Where'd you get this? I'm not in this."
In all honesty, because I put it on some people like spoilers and stuff. I was not going to post them at first, but I was like, "It's going to go," and literally like that, everyone posts it, and that's what when your journalism thing kicks in. You have to go with the thing. It's like it's there.
I thought it's 2026 AI. I was like, oh, that's AI. That's probably. let me look at it closely. Is that AI? Oh, God damn it! And then I see the overlook in the back. I was like, no, that looks right.
I was thinking the show. I was like, is that really Chloe? But then I see it's player one. I'm like, Adnan wouldn't use that, would he? I don't know. Like, where's he getting these images?
I saw it in the forums and I was like, oh, and then I found the source that apparently it leaked. I was like,
yeah, Xbox Wire putting it out there. I'm like, fantastic. Oh man, Xbox screwing up again. How dare you?
I put that lovely little video out from our Twitter page from my one of the StrangeCast episodes where Adam asked me if Rihanna DeVries is involved. For like 5 minutes beforehand, I was like, enjoy. I was like, I knew that was happening. I was like, enjoy. It's been like a long time coming that. I do wonder how that's going to go, though. There's so much things with that chemistry of like getting them to sync really quickly and trying to, sell it to people. Again, as you said, back, like not everyone's going to be happy, but like I do feel for Rihanna. Like I hope that they can kind of like just put a full performance in. Like I feel for Rihanna because they're coming back after how many years has it been? Well, they did the cameos in True Colors and stuff and whatever else, but in a serious like long-standing performance is 3.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're
7 years, give or take, depending on time scales.
They're professionals, I think that there was you can say the thing that maybe they've been concerned about with Olivia and Hannah, their chemistry, or with Moses, their chemistry, Blue. There's always that aspect of trying to figure out if the actors have chemistry to be able to play off each other with these characters. Yeah. But I think just with them being very seasoned actors at this point, that they are able to pull it off. And I saw it in the trailer with them interacting. I was like,
yeah,
okay, it's different because it's not Ashley, but it's still it will be different. You have to expect that. But I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. I think again it has that effect with having John Zimmerman and a couple other people that kind of from that Life is Strange BTS days. My boy Webb's not there anymore. I wish he was still there. Like that would have been the perfect time to have him.
Shout out to Webb, by the way.
I know. I it's tragic. Like you bringing back the Before the Storm elements and the last like massive person that was connected to that the co-director isn't there. Man, what a tragic moment that is. It's like I'm like, oh my God, it's just so sad to see that. But like again, we're at where we're at, aren't we? It's just a crazy time.
Hold on a second. So KJL saying at 37 seconds, do we see Elliot's? I'm looking at this right now. I'm not seeing any.
MPs I think you're gonna get.
There's no way. I do not see Elliot's. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, that's not Elliot. Okay, I know what you're referring to. It's at 35 seconds in the trailer. No, it's not Elliot.
Imagine.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, even Mysterious, the new male character, does resemble Elliot. I can see where you thought so. I can definitely see that. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now so you all can see it. What KJL is referring to. Okay, this character right here.
Oh, you took Baqir off the screen.
I've taken him off the screen. He doesn't belong here anymore. But
I'm outie like a Saudi.
Oh my God.
Careful, on. There he is. Yeah, going back.
Maybe. I don't think so, though. I don't think that's Elliot.
That's an NPC. That's rage NPC.
That's generic NPC _5.
But that's what KJL is referring to, I believe. KJL, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, put the Deck 9 logo on that, and then put Square Enix as Max, and see how that goes as reaction. I mean, that's like that would talk like the actual representation of what they're doing to the thing. Oh my God, that's crazy.
I would very much like if the game is a huge success, that maybe Deck 9 can continue to move forward.
I would hope so as well. I think they got enough to kind of keep, at least for the moment, as it is, to kind of maybe get a funding or something. But I think it does hinge where this goes from, like in terms of the revenue and the profit and stuff. I think this game will sell better than Double Exposure. Depends if it offsets the cost of it and everything else in between it. But I think at least with that.
No, at this point, if they're if it doesn't sell, then I think the franchise is gonna be on ice for a very, very, very long time.
Oh, thank you, Baqir. Just built my entire brand around this, my podcast.
So buy the game, guys. Show your support. Buy the game.
Do you want StrangeCast to continue?
You can absolutely critique it, but buy the game.
Do you want StrangeCast to continue? Because otherwise, we're screwed here. You buy this game.
Yeah, then what do we have to talk about, right?
Just Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. Yuck. Real on Life is Strange.
They moved on from that as well. We lost the other thing that we connected to.
Oh, yeah, this sounds nice too. Oh, dang it.
We're screwed.
Well, we're now the Dispatch podcast, everybody. How's it going?
God damn, man. You're just on Dispatch. Aren't
I sent you the image, Adnan, by the way, if you wanted to make a meme of it.
Oh yes, I'm going to. I'm going to put it on Twitter for the numbers. I want the numbers, please. So Yellow Flash put that. Unfortunately, a good writer doesn't necessarily make for good chemistry. I'll wait to see how their interactions go, but I have little faith in it.
No, but a good writer can help support chemistry. Chemistry is one of those things that it is between the actors, but you could have two actors with good chemistry, but if the writing is not there, it don't matter how much chemistry they have, it'll show.
Fully agree. Yeah, I felt that with some of the parts, at least in my opinion, from Double Exposure, they were pulling things out from the performance, like on the direction side, they were getting with certain characters. Because you could see that the thing wasn't vibing in certain ways. It felt like you kind of need the actor to make a twang with what they were saying. Add that little thing that changed it. It felt quite robotic at times. It's like these two kind of need to bounce off each other. And they kind of changed the production as well in that Double Exposure. It's like they weren't using Meisner, so it's like you aren't really preparing that kind of we need to, acting is reacting kind of style. It was like, oh, they met each other, and it's like, are you actually vibing? And it's like, then you see Alderman going 1 to 100, and it's like, hang on a minute, dude. I said I'd help you. Why are you getting angry? It's like, I don't get that. I said that I'd help this guy, and he's getting angry at everyone. I'm like, what did I do? Felt like, yeah. That's not...
I do want to pre-order it though. I do. I really do. I like this collector's edition. What's that?
I think they did this on purpose. The PEGI, where they rated this, we knew Adam's being slating us for 2 years or something. Let's release it, knowing that he's moving away from the frat boys. Is he going to stay here and get this collector's edition, or is he going to?
Yeah, he's moving away from Houses of Vin, so now he's got to pay. He's got to pay for this.
He's got to pay the ultimate price. He's paying the iron price.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I do appreciate they're bringing back Abraxas. They are diving more deep into that Abraxas lore, which was one of my critiques, not on the podcast, but just my personal critique of you introduced this mysterious lore of the Abraxas. Is it the Abraxas Club or just called the Abraxas?
Right.
Yeah, just called Abraxas. It's really mysterious. We don't really get to know anything more. We get some mystery boxes here and there, but we don't really see what it really is. So I'm happy they're really diving deep into this. So I am happy about that.
Yeah, there was a lot left on the table regarding Abraxas. I think we had a lot of ideas and things that we discussed about how we could incorporate that more into the story, and just development time and things get cut. And that was, I think, one of the things that unfortunately really kind of had to take a back seat to the rest of the stuff that we had for the game, was the Abraxas storyline. But it looks like they'll be building on that for this game. Hopefully, I did see some really cool stuff where I was like, oh, that could be an Abraxas thing. Yeah. So maybe they're causing the fires. Or they're a front.
Yes.
Safi's taking over Abraxas, and she's the leader with the masses. I'm just shooting theories. I'm spitballing here, guys.
No, that's what I mean, dude. It's just like I think there's a lot you could do with Abraxas. So what you're saying is that like Abraxas was supposed to be more in double exposure, but just development. For those who are development, for those who are armchair game developers, sometimes to put out a game when you're working with a publisher, you have to make deadlines. You have to give certain milestones to your publisher to share like where you are, and sometimes you gotta cut some things to get things out.
I do want to add that there were a lot of levels and spaces that we had prototyped, me and my team, especially that my team, Jared Mitchell and Josh Sweeney, who were the other level designers, they really helped build a lot of the spaces. And there was some really cool stuff that they had prototyped that I was so excited about that ended up getting cut. And that's just the reality of game development. There was a lot more stuff that we had built that just didn't make the cut. And that, again, that happens. Maybe it'll come back in this game. Hopefully, we'll see. But if it does, I'll be really happy for those guys to see their levels come back. Yeah.
They're gonna have the emergency break the glass at Deck 9 where it says Baqir Shah's levels, designs and stuff. Like they're getting the team.
It's in a box in the corner. I just I slid it under the office at the front door. Here you go.
just for the two of you as well, and also for everyone on stream, I found the leak that confirms who did the fire for Caledon University, and I'll pull up on the screen for you all as you can see it. There it is. Vince Alderman himself. This is what he's going to be doing during the entire plot of Double Exposure. He's just going to be sat there waiting, being like, okay, I'm going to burn this place down.
There's so many different characters that they would have the motivation to burn this place down. Safi, Alderman.
Oh, the cat.
Chloe.
From the cat. The cat. So I'm burning this place down.
Do you know what, though, as well? I will say that just make it someone beige who's burning it down. At this point, don't do the whole murder mystery kind of thing. Just do it someone beige. Let's wrap this up. Land it. Just land the game. That's all that needs to happen. We've already got to where we are. I just want a fitting landing. Get it done. Just make it Lucas. Make it Lucas. You already established he's the villain at the end of the last game. Don't.
Every time you guys say burn it down, I'm thinking of Anthony Anderson from Harold and Kumar.
Yeah.
Let's burn this motherfucker down, Pookie.
Oh, damn.
Just to remind the chat here, we are almost at 80 likes, and as promised before, if we get to 300 likes, one nipple will be shown. Whose nipple? It's up to you.
I'm bouncing. When we get to that point, I want to see.
Oh wow. Yeah, so crazy time. Like I just even seen that reveal and stuff. Like, you know, do you know what as well? I will say that I think like no matter whatever happens, I think there's a lot of developers putting a lot of love into that project just to get it out through the door, especially with all the stuff that's happened with Square Enix and Deck 9. I think like, you know, I hope that they get their game out and they can show it in the way it gets at least, you know, an appreciation much more so in these circumstances. So fingers crossed.
So conclude the story, and they've declared this is going to conclude the story. And I feel like teams like we just want to put a nice bow on it. Hey, we gave you what you wanted. There you go. It's done.
Yeah.
Sayonara.
I will ask you, Adnan. A lot of people in the chat have been chat here and chat in the reveal trailer saying like, "Where's Rachel? Where's Rachel?" Gotta ask you, has Kylie been visiting her family in Kansas?
That was Katie, wasn't it?
I know that I'm referring to a joke, Adnan, where Katie Vance was like, "Yeah, I'm going to Kansas." I'm not telling her she's going to Colorado.
Well, it's definitely not Kylie to be doing that. Like they would have dropped that. I would have dropped that in the material of the trailer. Square Enix's motif would have been eliminate surprises. It's coming straight in. No, you get another Loretta Rice jacket. That's what you're getting. No more Rachel Amber theories. That's what we're doing. Do you know what? It'd just be like, do you know what? If it was me, I would do it. Because at this point, I'm like, right, I just need to complete. I'm doing the Cody Rhodes finishing the story. This is my job. At this point. I will finish the story no matter what, and I would merge.
That should be the behind the scenes motto: finish the story. Yes.
Be like Master Chief, finishing this fight.
It's gonna be Jonathan Zimmerman go up to people, point, and be like, finish.
They chant that at the beginning of every stand-up. Finish the story. Let's begin.
Thank you. There's JU4.
Make her swole like Kylie.
I'm sorry, but it makes no sense for Rachel to come back. LMAO, pretty much. Don't add more to it. Keep it simple. You brought Chloe back now. You're playing your dice now. You're playing the biggest. It's the riskiest game as well. Like even the pivot and bringing her back is big. Just finish it. Use Chloe and Max as your central characters. Really build the narrative around them. Get them to be the focal point. Use these other characters to support it. Logically wrap it up. Put it to bed. Tuck it to bed. Game over. That's it. That's all.
Doesn't Rachel die before the events kind of diverge in the beginning in the first game?
Yes, Rachel.
No, I think
we've merged some timelines though. And
well, the timelines have merged, but the fixed point was Chloe's death. Rachel dies before that, so I don't think she's attached to this timeline merger, because if you were to follow how time sort of works in the entertainment district, you know, with things like Marvel and stuff, like you have the fixed point. The butterfly effect really happens at the point where Chloe's about to be shot. And so because Rachel dies before that event is sort of set in stone. So I don't think Rachel will make a comeback unless they write it in that way, but logically it wouldn't make sense.
I would refer you back to Brendan Fraser's The Mummy, where Imhotep has brought back an Anaxamun, and they also use the Book of the Dead to bring it back. So whilst Loretta Rice looks very much like Rachel Amber, that is actually on the nose. They're going to bring her back as Loretta Rice. So you can see Rachel Amber go to the junkyard. You can see Loretta Rice go to the junkyard, open the Book of the Dead, pray, and bring the soul of Rachel Amber into her. Do you know what? If that scene happened,
I don't think Life is Strange is going to go that strange.
Do you know what? And if they did, that happened in the scene, I'd be like, I'm not forgiving any single person that worked on this project. I'm like, you had one job to land this game, and then you start doing something spiritual. Like, just leave it. No sense.
Rachel
use Max and Chloe.
Is the one setting the fires.
There you go. It's Rachel's fury.
Hot Dog Man also says, I'm not asking for Rachel to return. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised at this point, reheating 10-year-old nachos. And I don't think so everybody's asking. Happen. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think everybody's asking for Max and Chloe. I don't think very niche in the community, very, very niche in this already niche community, are asking for Rachel to come back. I think all of us understand that Rachel is dead. If you've played Life is Strange 1, Before the Storm kind of concluded her story. It's nice to want things, but we all understand it. Like story-wise, it just doesn't make sense. No. It's like Leia flying through space all over again. Like, why is this happening?
Another thing as well, with Emma's comics and when she did Life is Strange, she had Rachel, Max, and Chloe in the screen. You have 3 really big personalities there who all need attention in their own way. You're causing too much of a mess on top of things that you're already trying to kind of deal with. Stick to the basics. You bought Chloe back. You made the big decision. You're merging the timelines, converging it. Use Max and Chloe as the main focal point. Other characters accompany it. You have a story going on in the background. Get it to the logical point. We're done. No Rachel Amber. Rachel Amber coming into the story just makes it even more of a mess. And again, even with Baqir saying as well.
Then you're going Avengers X-Men.
Exactly. You know? Do you know what? Yeah. That's right.
Assemble.
That's do you know what? That's what the team at Deck 9 don't know either, because at the end of the game it's going to say John Stauder returned at the back. he's hidden it in the code of the game. None of y'all realized either. So that's what I'm saying, personally speaking.
I did see a lot of people in the Life is Strange chat when the reveal trailer. A lot of people were saying, "Where are the Wolf Brothers? Where are the Wolf Brothers? I need Sean and Daniel. Where are they?"
Everyone wants you're diluting the game way too much with way too many. You are going then the Marvel Avengers, which this game is not marketed to do that.
Yeah.
So
No,
you know,
it is
I think
marketed.
maybe those expectations are just way too high and unrealistic.
Do you
You're
know?
getting a Max and Chloe adventure again, and I
Mm.
think you should enjoy it for that, what it is.
Appreciate for that, because I mean, you work on game development as well, Baqir, and it's like adding strong personalities and characters into the game. It's like we need to manage the scenes and expectations. So it's like with, I imagine, for example, that entire opening of Double Exposure with the bowling alley, you have two big personalities there. You have Max and Saf, who are part of the game. You don't want to start putting Lucas in. He's like, oh, hello, and he's coming visiting. No, we're making that the focus.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. No, you don't want to do that. You need sort of a Marvel strategy to do something like that, like you mentioned, where you're building up all these characters with their own separate games, and then have one game where you kind of get them together. That's not really present here, so I don't think it would really work. And again, I don't think they intend to do that. This is a Max and Chloe game primarily as a callback to the first game to conclude their story, give fans some of that nostalgia, and a Max and Chloe adventure again. Just enjoy it for that. Yeah, I think asking for too much, you know, is unrealistic. You want your cake and you want to eat it too, kind of thing. You know,
exactly. No, I think like you said before, if we just focus up on saying that this is going to be the finale of Max and Chloe, we are tying the knot. Everyone's asking for Max and Chloe. That's it. And I do like in the trailer that Hannah Tell put it in like, hey, Chloe had her own standalone game. I had my own standalone game, and now we're coming back together. We're done here. It's over, people. Go on, touch grass. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no, because we saw the reaction from Double Exposure, right? Like the how much people really wanted them together again, and that became kind of the narrative of the entire game, was just the fact that Chloe was not there. So
yes,
you know.
Can I just put this in as well whilst we're here as well, and for the chat as well? As you can see here, I'll put up on the screen for everyone.
Okay.
12 days ago, I made my infamy debut on Life is Strange Reddit. It came on. I was like, oh my God, what's happening here? As you can see there, if Double Exposure sets up the next game to be a specific type of story, I hope D9 at least fully commits to the stupidity of this concept, pansy cake, and does some actual bonkers stuff. As you can see there, I put my little thread of like them smashing the timelines together, putting it all together. And just nice little comment there. Yeah. Just to say that I was right about that.
Do some actual Avengers type shit.
Look, I said you like that's what you're doing. Putting the timelines together. I was right about that. I want my vindication. I want my hour. Give me that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you're in a business, from a business standpoint, if you're put yourself in the shoes of a Square Enix executive, you're looking at the feedback coming in from the player base, your fans, the people who will buy your game and generate you money. The majority were like, we want Max and Chloe back. You have to listen to them and say, okay, this is what the next product needs to be about.
Wait, I disagree. You have to listen to the focus group, Baqir. Come on. It's the focus groups that matter the most, not the fans. How dare you?
Well, the focus groups are that, but I think social media itself was just so overwhelmingly, we want Chloe and Max together. That
I don't know why you needed a focus group with that amount of like people just screaming it, like you said, on social media. Like, why did you need a focus group?
You could say the same thing with Marvel. They have focus groups for every time they're working on a movie or something like that. Even established IPs will need focus tests because you want unbiased reviews and feedback on the game, how people are playing it, what are their thoughts on. Maybe people who've never experienced Life is Strange, would they be into the IP now if you can bring in new players? There's a lot that factors into focus groups. It's not just listen completely to the fans. It's also some of that comes into play because you're trying to get as much of an audience as possible to purchase the game and make sales.
Yes. Which again, I want to say to the chat that you're like, why do you want more and more people? You are now going to the hands of a publisher. The publisher needs money back. This isn't like an indie project where like you really have nothing to lose.
No, it's a corporate company, and it's a business. At the end of the day, you have to make money.
Comment there from Pricefield Punk. As someone who went to a focus group, I don't know how much that affected anything. Lol.
You'd be surprised. Yeah. You feel like you're not, because I was in I think 2 focus groups. I'm not gonna say which ones. I will say one of them was How to Train Dragon 2. I was part of that focus group. And you'd be surprised of how much like that affects things. So
I remember going for one for Bloodborne. Yeah. For a trailer of Bloodborne, they're like, which one's better? And they, I was kind of looking at that, and that was very, very interesting. Yeah.
Imagine if
overall,
imagine the reaction that like they change everything.
You may think that your contributions may not matter as much, but it's, I hate to sound corporate, but it's data at the end of the day. They collect not just your feedback, but all of the other people, and they collect that feedback, and it turns into data, and it gives them very much answers to questions that the team or marketing might have as to how people are reacting to certain decisions that we might make.
So if you
necessary.
If you didn't like Bloodborne, or if you didn't like How to Train Your Dragon 2, you know who to blame. These two right here.
Well, if you didn't like the trailer for Bloodborne.
Yeah. The trailer. Yeah. I guess maybe they were questioning me on the trailer. It was so long ago that I can't remember specifically. I think it might have been just for the trailer.
There's a comment there from Colleen Ellie. I pre-ordered the collector's box and deluxe on Steam. Adam, they pre-ordered the box. You didn't get it.
I pre-ordered too.
I'm not saying I want to. I'm moving houses.
Why intercept it whilst you're driving?
Well, here's the thing. So the other pre-order that I have coming in, and I pre-ordered this in November, right? Logic made his first independent film, and I pre-ordered the deluxe edition where it's a Japanese alternate cover, and he signed it, right? And they're saying like, oh, we're gonna ship it out early 2026, and I'm moving in March, so I'm just like, please arrive to my house in time, please. I don't want to come back here. So, yeah, that's the other one I'm worried about that I'm not going to get. So if I pre-order this one, I have to come back here and deal with the sketchy neighbors here. I don't want to do it. So we'll see. Are you about to pre-order Logic? I like Baqir got so intense right now. I was like, whoa, Logic made a movie. I got to pre-order this.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, yeah, why not? I like Logic, and it's coming out with 5 unreleased albums that he made. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
So you're gonna pre-order the Reunion Collector's Edition?
No, because Logic's not involved. Why would I do Reunion if Logic's not even in the game? I'm gonna get it, dude. Ashlyn says get a PO box. I have been thinking about that because I do move a lot. I have been considering a PO box just for that specific reason. So maybe I don't. How much do PO boxes cost? I don't even know.
It can be anywhere from $25 to $50 a month.
Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, we'll see.
I used to work in a.
I feel.
Oh boy, sorry about that.
Lucy Hale posted the stuff on Twitter, on Instagram, and she put here as well. Today's bittersweet. We are able to reveal the show for Life is Strange Union. Extraordinarily exciting time for the franchise as Chloe Price returns as a playable character alongside Max Caulfield, partners in time, reunited for the ultimate time. But I'm not releasing the show with a full team at Square Enix External Studios, a team that I've iterated, fed back, suggested flow edits, supported me when my entire game capture hard drive died and ruined my whole timeline, and that sucks. The reveal show is a culmination of so much pre-production prep, 10 plus drafts of script, approximately 75 versions of the Arms trailer. Massive shout out to Rob Rinder for You Legend, overseas crew hire, location scouting, working with the wonderful actors Hannah Teller and Rihanna DeVries, all kinds of things. It's like a lot of love project for a lot of people there. Even Tessa Rose Jackson sending lots of love, sending so much love, which is quite cool.
Did they talk about the soundtrack?
No,
they did not say who the composer is yet. They have not revealed me yet as the composer, so that secret's still safe with me. I'm guessing they went back with Tessa Rose. That's my guess.
I don't know. I think they might have rolled the dice with Daughter and brought them back just to do like a
maybe I don't know. Like I feel like Daughter might be out of the question for them. I don't know.
But they released that song recently, and it's like literally become active again on profiles and stuff. And they brought the Before Storm elements back. There was literally, was it the song that released? Was it Not Enough? An unreleased song or something, or was it a release song that was like 10 years on or something?
Maybe. Yeah. Okay, I can get behind that.
Where was it now? Daughter. There they are. Yeah, Not to Disappear recording session from 2015, and they've been putting the song back out. Not to Disappear, our second album, was released exactly 10 years ago, and they've kind of been active posting little things and trinkets. It's kind of like,
Yellow Flash Huckage is saying, can we get a link? A link to what? Because both Kevins are talking about Logic, and that's why me and Kevins are always correct all the time. But a link to what, Yellow Flash? To the Daughter soundtrack? What are you talking about? Imagine if they got Sid Matters. There's no way, dude.
No, he's going to tour. He's busy.
Yeah,
he's busy.
There's no way they're getting Sid Matters. Yeah. I'm gonna guess we're coming up to the end of this stream.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Yeah. So if you have any last minute questions, if you want to post some likes, like I said, 300 likes, you get my nipple guaranteed. While we're streaming, okay. Once this is a VOD, no, nipple is off the table, baby. Aren't you reading some article? What are you talking about, Yellow Flash?
Was that me that was reading it?
What are you talking about?
If it was me that was reading it, it was Lucy Hale's
It's blatantly a copy of the first game. Well, I feel like they are following a lot of the formula of the first game, with natural disaster going to come in the future to the setting, and they have to figure out a way to stop it. First game was an Inferno, so I do see a lot of similarities in terms of formula with the first game. So there's a lot I think you'll see from similar that was in the first game that'll be in this game.
I think it'll be similar in terms of that like concept and stuff, but I think it's going to bleed into the Before the Storm Deck 9 style, where it goes a bit more actiony and kind of changes in that direction, and to kind of add their lick of paint on it. I think to kind of just at least, I mean, there'll be more fast paced, not kind of like move a bit forward because of all the jeopardy and stuff that they'll put into it. I'm just hoping that Square Enix's trailers don't ruin the surprise inside. Well, you see Safi with a lighter, and I'm like, oh, like we're revealing that again, aren't we? I'm just hoping they keep it as mysterious as possible, because it actually might add to the value of this game of trying to get it out as well. But again, I don't know what the focus group said about that. They might be like, yeah, we want to reveal who did that. You always get those kind of datas, don't you? So yeah, that's that. So I think we are quite far into it. But yeah, thank you for joining us all, guys. I know it's 100 plus people for the majority of the stream for like the last part, which is amazing. Ooh. And big numbers from Baqir, that's why. That's why.
Huge numbers.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. It has been really, really delightful. But there's like a lot of stuff to talk about. I think me and Adam are sitting out on the weekend. We'll kind of dissect parts by parts, because there's just so much stuff to talk about. They've literally just dropped a bomb of like information. It's like, here you go. Here's the collector's edition. Here's this. Here's that. All the press release, all the junkets and stuff. Me dropping like things out there. So yeah, sorry, Kimberly. That thing that I was reading out, it wasn't from Twitter. It was from Instagram. It was Lucy Hale's Instagram. She posted working on the project.
Oh, I do want to point this out. NG Wood from the PlayStation Store. I did notice this too. Exclusive soundtrack, rich original music and songs from licensed tracks, both nostalgic and new. I noticed that too. I'm just like, what do you mean by nostalgic? Are you talking about some daughter tracks?
It could be some daughter tracks. It could be Angus and Julia Stone. I think it's going to be. I think my idea is it's co-composed. I think Tessa Rose Jackson does the main score, and then Daughter is brought in to do 1 or 2 tracks to add to the Chloe Price BTS dynamic kind of thing / bring Max in together. I think they might be doing that. So I think that would be a good idea. Why am I not working creative? I would have saved this IP. I don't call me a narcissist or whatever else of it. I would have saved this IP.
I call you that every time. Yes, I do.
I would have walked in and be like, reprint the first final.
With me here.
He ain't saying anything. He's not. See, look, even he agrees as well. He's not even doing that in a lying kind of way. I would have gone in and be like, reprint the first vinyl. There we go. Money. Dun, 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 dun. It's
I do agree with you there. I do agree with you. I don't know why they don't
read. You always agree with me. Unless you're not telling me this.
I never agree with you. That's why you bring me on these podcasts. It's just
form a new company, call it Life is Strange Incorporated, buy the rights to the IP.
True. with my hands would be dangerous. But yeah, that's that. Look at that as well. We got a nice comment as well there from Sahel. Thanks. Great insight from Baqir as well. That's what you get, guys. You get all the great things here.
And you spell his name correctly. So thank you for that.
Yeah. You get to stay in the chat for that.
Not blocked this time.
Kevin would make Life is Strange great again. Oh my gosh, entered the weird territory here, as he just said that in the wrong kind of way. I'm like,
that phrase has two complete opposites.
Yeah, I feel like he is. I feel like he has not said that in the way that he wanted to say it. But you know,
well, he's from Austria, so what do you expect from that country? How dare you?
There, look at that as well. Ashton as well. Maybe Max plays a guitar and with Hannah's song. Like, please play the freaking guitar, man. It's such an easy win there. It's so easy. Just get it done. Also,
thank you,
Kevin, are you saving Vin Lang? You know what, Vin? You know what, Kevin? You know what? If Vin gets thrown into that fire, I won't miss him. I won't miss him.
Oh my god!
For those asking about the dissection videos from the hidden one, he actually made a couple of videos dissecting really double exposure. I thought it was very interesting feedback. I was like, oh, well, that's pretty valid. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, look at that late import from you go.
Oh, I was gonna say Hannah's music in the game, but I was
gonna say the Lost Fans. I just got home from work and watched the trailer. Sad I missed the stream, but man, the game does not look promising.
I think, like I said this before, because of the backlash of double exposures, unfortunately, this is double exposure's younger brother, right? Where you had that brother that you were just like, I'm not too keen on. Then the younger brother comes in, you want to kick him in the throat. But in all actuality, give the little brother a chance. You know what I mean? And I know Baqir Shah is no longer part of this game, but please give this one a shot.
Do you know, Dr. Blue DW's pot? I'm a few minutes behind, but the announcement trailer credits the music used to Tessa Rose Jackson. I reckon she's involved again. Do you want the worst part is as well? This game comes out on the 26th. Obviously, the game won't be released in the collector's box. And me and Jace are going to see Tessa Rose Jackson before then. And I'm like,
oh wow, yeah,
that's
true.
God damn it! I'm like,
yeah.
I would have got.
Yeah, again, to those saying that who are saying we will not buy it because of double exposure. Again, if you are a fan of the franchise, again, if it's that bad where you're like, I don't want to buy it or play it, then that absolutely is 100% your choice. But don't be surprised then if the franchise doesn't make a return, because the only way that you can make another one is if you have enough sales from the previous title. That's business, that's economics. And if you like the franchise overall and want to support it, then it is important. Even if you can still have your critique and say what you didn't like about it. But people don't realize how important it is when you do purchase a copy. You know, that does have an impact in making those decisions of, are we going to make another one or not? And if you want to see another one, then it's important for you to show your support.
And they are trying. They're trying by putting Chloe into this game. They're like,
they listen. People are, we want Chloe. Okay, here's Chloe. So what do you want now?
We want
Rachel. No. They want Baqir Shah. That's what they want. That's what the damn focus groups are asking for. They need the level design made.
I'm good. I've seen a little bit from the very vocal fan base. I was like,
yeah, I'm okay. No, that's a good question. Space AG1, how many have pre-ordered so far? I've seen a lot of people in the chat saying they've already pre-ordered. So, yeah, and like I said, you got to pre-order so that they see the numbers and they're like, okay, this is made the right call. Like I said, if I wasn't moving houses, I would have pre-ordered the collector's edition. I do think the value of the collector's edition, it's one of the best collector's boxes I've seen in video games of recent times, like in the past 3 years. Because a lot of collector's editions, I'm looking at this thing like, one, it doesn't include the game, most of these collector's editions. And number two, all the little knickknacks inside, I don't really care about. But this one, Now, I am a vinyl collector. So that does speak to me, like the slip mat, especially. Like I get a new slip mat. I get my new guitar picks that they're calling plectrums. Great. So I get to play my little guitar with those plectrums. But yeah, I do like this collector's edition. It's a nice edition. It's nicely priced, $100, and you get the game with it. I'm good.
Yeah, you didn't get the game with it last time.
No.
Yeah.
It didn't come with a copy of the game.
It was down in value though. I looked at it before because I looked on the order side. It was £60 for the collector's box, and then now it's 110. So they put the game in there. So again,
I think they just realized, people assumed that they would get a copy, and they were disappointed. So they said, "We'll just raise the price and include the game, so people know that they can expect."
Which is fine as well. I'm like fine with that kind of thing. But
I'm not going to use the guitar picks, but
yeah, exactly.
The poster looks cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the posters. Like the posters look that.
The drugstore makeup poster that looks really cool. I'm gonna frame that. You're gonna see more stuff. Once that comes in.
I'm looking
Polaroid
at
art cards. They've got the 3 art cards. You'll be seeing more of that.
Yeah,
I think
I think the value of this. I think
at this point we'll wrap up. So I think we've been on for a while. So obviously, thank you everyone for joining. Obviously, Baqir, thank you for coming back on. It's great having your insight on everything that's happened, guys. We'll try and put a VOD out of this version. Me and Adam will come back on Saturday in terms of recording a pre-recorded StrangeCast. We'll kind of dissect into every micro detail we can humanly do as well in this game, and everything else has been a roller coaster following it behind the scenes as we have done, and you're kind of seeing the effects of what's happening here. So I'd be interested to gauge what's happening. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. Please like if you are here as well. It does help support the channel. If you can get us to 100 likes, that's great. And we'll also make sure we'll get a VOD version out for you guys to watch as well, and I'll get that turned over as soon as humanly possible. But it's been really great having you here. Thank you so much. It's been crazy at the numbers as well, because I didn't think we'd get that, but it's been nice catching you all. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next StrangeCast. Bye.
See you guys.
Ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra.